Well, a significant federal by-election is happening in this city later this month, and some consider it kind of a referendum on the Liberal government.
So for more on this, we're joined live now by CTV's Jeremy Charron. Jeremy, why is the by-election so significant?
Well, you just talked about it. It's a little bit of a referendum, many believe, on the current government. And this by-election coming so soon before a potential federal election at the latest, early next year in 2025. There are a lot of people that will be watching this very closely. Pollsters and people on both the Conservatives, the Liberals, the NDP will be watching this very closely to see exactly what happens in this by-election. This riding of Toronto-St. Paul's, Toronto-St. Paul's, is a longtime Liberal stronghold. In fact, it's been a Liberal seat for the last 3 decades, held, of course, by Carolyn Bennett, who has resigned from politics. And that's why we're here in this by-election situation. But everybody will be watching closely to see, because it will be very telling. It gives us a bit of a snapshot of where all parties are at right now in support, where voter habits are at. It's important to note that the voter turnout in by-elections are never as good as in full-on federal elections. Nevertheless, this will give us an indication of how people are feeling. And given that this has been such a Liberal stronghold, it will be interesting to see, because if the Liberals don't do quite as well as expected, or if the seat flips and the Conservatives take over the seat, there will be some very difficult conversations being had. There will be a lot of looking within in the Liberal Party to figure out what this means and how they fix the problem ahead of the next federal election. So this will tell us a lot about where we're at in the current situation in terms of what we could expect to see come a federal election.
It's always interesting, Jeremy, because depending on who you speak to, by-elections either mean everything or nothing, and it really depends if you win or lose in a sense here, right? But of course, the big focus is going to be on Justin Trudeau, because a lot of political watchers are watching to see if he may resign. People suggesting the polls could go up for the party if he does. So if this by-election doesn't go the Liberals' way, is there a chance he resigns?
That's the big question, right? And I think, he's been asked repeatedly about this and has repeatedly said that he plans to lead the Liberal Party into the next federal election. But there have been whispers that have been growing louder here in Ottawa about whether or not, Justin Trudeau is the best person to lead the Liberal Party into the next election, and whether or not the party would do better without him, with someone else at the helm. The other question is, who would be the next leader? We don't know the answer to that question. I think what we can expect is certainly, in 2022, in the last federal election, when Carolyn Bennett was reelected to this seat, she did so with 49.2% of the vote. In 2019, the Liberals did even better than that in this riding. If we see a steeper decline in terms of even still a Liberal win here, but not by as big of a margin, or if we see the seat flip, I think certainly we're going to see a lot of what have been so far whispers that have been slowly, getting a little bit louder here in Ottawa about the leadership. I think we start to see those conversations being had a lot more publicly, and things will get a lot louder in terms of whether or not Justin Trudeau will stay on as leader and whether or not he'll be the best person to lead the party into the next federal election.
Yeah.
Okay, CTV's Jeremy Charron joining us live. Thank you.